Alright, welcome back guys. Welcome to your first time here. I'm Vision here with One Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'll be giving you guys my review for The Walking Dead World Beyond Season 1, Episode 6, Shadow Puppets. As always, if Walking Dead is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. There to miss more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. So, we got another episode of Walking Dead World Beyond, Episode 6 of Season 1, Shadow Puppets, and this is another very poor episode for me. It was alright. I mean, we got introduced to these two new characters, Percy and Tony. Now, Percy is pretty much a scam artist. He, tricks our group into helping him out with an issue, and he ends up, backstabbing them, but ends up helping them later on in the episode. Now, I think this goes without saying, and I think I highly agree with him. If you watch Trev Chan, he pretty much said this in one of his videos, that the World Beyond is almost exactly like sci-fi Z Nation. And honestly, I'm slowly starting to see that come through with here, and it's kind of hard to not see that anymore, because it really does feel like that. But like I said, you got this guy Percy who shows up at our group's camp. He showed up at the end of last episode, but then he fully makes his appearance this episode. Now, this episode continued my hate for Iris very much, because she very much quickly is okay with this guy and is talking to him, getting information from him. Meanwhile, you got Hope, who's apprehensive and saying, no, we got to be cautious, being smart about it. And you got Felix, who shows some reserve towards the kid, but overall quickly just kind of, okay, let's hear him out. Like, I feel like we should have, alongside Hope, had a little bit more reserves towards this guy, been a bit more cautious. I mean, he showed a bit more cautious, but it wasn't a lot. I mean, you do see that Silas distrusts this guy a bit, and it's just like they're way too over trusting, and just Iris just really annoyed me this episode with how trusting she was of this kid. But like I said, we get to see this group interact with each other. You do get some scenes between Hope and Elton, and I don't know. Again, I'm still annoyed at this whole manufactured thing regarding her killing his mom. It just feels like unnecessary conflict within the group. And I really hope they're not just dragging it out towards the finale and then reveal it then and have this big thing happen where, like, Elton betrays our group or something due to the anger towards that. Like, it just feels so, like, again, forced. I hate the whole thing here. It just feels so contrived. But yeah, we got some scenes between them. You got, Hope, who wants to help him out with his book. I'm assuming this is out of guilt towards what she did to him. So, I don't know, it's alright. Nothing like I care too much about. I did like the few bit of scenes we got between, Silas and Felix. I hope we get some more of that. It was nice scenes between the two of them. And like I said, we do get these guys helping them. They end up reaching where the truck is that he had told them about. They go out and investigate, and they leave Iris and Silas behind to watch their stuff and protect them. Now, that's all fine and good, but one of the biggest issues I have is when Iris decides to leave. Now, this is a big issue I have, because, just Cyrus just lets her go with no, be careful, whatever. He just lets her go. Now, if I was the one who wrote this thing out, I would have let it be where she snuck off. Say, Cyrus went out to scout out or thought he heard something, and then while he was doing that, she left. That would make more sense, instead of, just having her and him just say, okay, yeah, you go, just go. Have her sneak off, and that would be something better. Now, we also see that the guy that was driving the truck that they were after wasn't really dead, because originally they thought he was dead. He crashed a van, and they assumed he was dead. But while Cyrus was on guard, he sneakily, was revealed to be alive and escapes with the truck. Now, this is another thing where Cyrus is just standing there. How did he not see this coming? Again, this is another one where I would have rewritten it, where Cyrus, again, either heard something, thought that something was going on, or, say he had to relieve himself, so he went, to go pee or something, and in the midst of doing that, that's when this guy took the truck. Have it be where he, steps away for a minute, and then that's how this stuff plays out. Not just have him stand there, and then, all of a sudden, this stuff happens. It feels so forced. But then you got Iris, who's trying to help the kid, and again, she gets caught up in a scam. She ends up in this crash, this trash compounder or whatever, garbage truck, and she ends up stuck with some walkers, and she again freaks out from the walkers. And again, I'm so tired of this whole thing with the kids and killing walkers. I know they're ill experienced, but at this point I feel like, come on, get them to do something. And again, it's Iris, so I don't really care for her, and she just annoyed me more this episode, so I just was like, enough with this. And again, I feel like they're trying to build it up to be like this big moment where it could be her in danger. But one, I don't believe that they're going to kill her before reaching her destination. And plus two, because she's like the lead in the opening credits, she's pretty much the Rick of this show. So they're not going to kill her off. So it just felt forced and unnecessary. But then we meet these two characters, Percy and his uncle Tony, by the end of it. Now, I really, already within like the 5-10 minutes on scene that we have between them, I really love Tony. Percy, I'm interested in, but he's not someone I care about. But I really am interested in like the actor who plays Tony, and he's a very interesting character. So I really hope he sticks around along with his nephew. They're both interesting new characters and people we didn't know about leading up to the show. So I think they have a lot of good potential as long as they do good stuff for them. Again, I feel like the adult actors in the show have been pretty good, so I'm hoping that the actor who plays Tony is decent. He seems pretty cool, he seems like a decent actor, so I'm hoping we get some good stuff there. And I feel like he could have some good stuff to do with, Felix and them, so I think that'd be a cool thing to see happen between the two of them. Not like a relationship, but like just a friendship and, help protecting the group. I think that'd be something cool to see as well. But, we get him, we get learn that they're both, like, con artists. He was a magician, and he taught Percy how to do, like, cons. So I really like that. It was a very cool, interesting new characters. And, again, just, I don't know, annoyances with Iris this episode. Just felt, a lot of this just felt boring, contrived, and just done alright, just boring. I mean, it had some ups in it. It's had some okay moments. But overall, it just wasn't a top tier Walking Dead episode. I mean, even Fear has been better than this so far. So I'm just not giving it this great of an episode. I mean, yeah, they had 2 new great characters. I'm very curious to see what they do with them with the last few episodes and see how long they stick around. And we do know that they have a stolen CRM truck and they're going to get fuel to repower it. So that's very curious and to see how that may play out with them and the rest of our group. And we also know that he mentioned that he had seen some CRM stuff going on around there, so that might play into the final few episodes here. And Tony was also reserved to traveling with Felix due to some of the things he had heard about the CRM. So that was also something cool. Now, overall, it was an okay episode, but then we got the post-credit scene of the episode. And we got introduced to this character who's a scientist. I think we got introduced to her in the other post-credit scene, and she's informed by a call that, that if make sure that the father and his detail are now no longer an issue, and she says that, and that, be prepared because they're on their way. Now I'm assuming they've been alerted that our group is heading there or something, and that they don't want the father or his security detail, which would include Will, Felix's boyfriend, to be in the way of whatever's going on. So that's something cool. So then we get a pan out of, a bunch of walkers in front of her in another room, and that's pretty much where it ends. Now, I don't know. This is another thing where I've heard a lot of people talk about how this is the introduction to a cure or immunity. And again, I just hate that. I really don't want to see a cure in The Walking Dead. At that point, I'm done. If they do that, I don't want to see any more Walking Dead if they do a cure. It's something I just don't like. It's something I just feel is forced and unnecessary. And just, if you introduce a cure, pretty much takes away the threat of a zombie. So I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it should be involved in the series. I mean, I know some people might be interested in it and want to see it. I know some people have wanted to see this for a while, but I don't really want to see it. And again, there's another theory that, the father is already turned and he's a walker. Now, this is something I really don't want to see happen, because I feel like having him be a walker already and turned and dead, and our group and his kids finally arriving there and him being dead, I feel like it just feels like weak. Like this whole journey was them finding their father and then he's dead. Like it's just, I don't know. I don't really like that. I know some people might think it's a different way to go about it, but I just don't like that. And I feel like they're using the CRM stuff to try to give people what they want with CRM. They know they're not getting it within the main story, so they try to read these post-credit scenes in the back just to pull people in, just to say, look, we know you're not here for that, but here's something else. I feel like it's a way to try to pull in views and just try to, get people to be more talking. I don't like it, and it just feels forced, and they put it in these episodes that aren't that great, so it then annoys me more that it's just like I feel like it's a ploy and not necessary. But that's just me. But overall, if I had to give this episode a grade, I'd probably give it a 6.5 out of 10. Decent to okay episode, but nothing higher. So 6.5 out of 10. But let me know all your thoughts and opinions about the episode in the comment section down below. So yeah, guys, that's my review of The Walking Dead World Beyond Season 1, Episode 6, Shadow Puppets. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. Don't miss more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. And you can go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which are linked in the bet section of my YouTube channel. As always, it's been Vision Entertainment, Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.